So funny. When I first started this video, I just noticed I had the wrong banner on. Let's just jump to it. I think this might actually have something to do with the karmic. I literally had this up and I was like, hello, we're actually covering the masculine. We are going to have a look at this reading because, yes, I can see something cropping up to do with this, but I definitely think that is very synchronistic. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover the astrology. Yes, I'm also a twin flame. Aren't we all lucky? And I do cover the energy updates for the collective. If you do want to book a reading or to grab any of the blogs that are free of charge and or sign up to our Sage Inner Circle Network, which is our exclusive membership, all the links are directly below. And without further ado, we're going to get into the actual video, the masculine, which is on the screen. Okay, now, like I mentioned, I do read these intuitively and psychically. You may get additional hits. I've already had one. And the funny thing is, even in the past position, read the card. Beyond death is life, which is so synchronistic this month. I cannot. It is ridiculous. We are going to have the noise mode. Oh, word. Good luck to all of us. Right. It's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. I'm even reminding myself this is going to be okay. It's going to be intense. Now, the divine masculine is coming through the gate. And already there is a circumstance, related to, yes, the karmic, more than likely, a cycle where they're directly, trying to see the blessing in disguise. It is a blessing in disguise. The give and take, the reciprocity, the shadow work, and ascending beyond the veil. Now, on the very first row, this could have already happened, or they're reflecting to the amount of changes and endings they've moved through. For some, it could be that they are aware of an ending that needs to come, and ultimately it will be a blessing in disguise. And they're having to really, and I think this is so profound, look at where the heart chakra is here, in the heart of the read, directly below this card. We jump straight down and smack bang in the middle, we have the individual holding the higher heart chakra. And it's got the yellow and green. Why is this important? From an ascension point of view, Chiron's going to be Chiron moving into Taurus. It's, it's Venusian energy. It's the Venus energy. We also have Mercury retrograde, okay? And it's in Cancer. So look at this. Plus the South Node, it's in Virgo, which is, again, Chiron energy, higher heart chakra, healing, clearing. And this is all to do with the healthy give and take, the reciprocity, the being kind to the self while they're going through this. Now, could some old things have cropped up? Yes, but, I'm really profoundly feeling as though they are logically and rationally looking at the circumstance from a larger vantage point. Now, when we are too close to the circumstance, it's very common that we can feel victimized by a situation. And sometimes, honestly, we are. However, in the context of this, I even can see a little bird, kind of whispering in the air, you know what you need to do. And there's a bit of a love heart off to the, shoulder there, where the person's head is directly tilting with the higher heart chakra. They're looking at their abilities and capacities. It's interesting that the hands come up. We have hands, we have the feet energy. All of them can be quite synchronistic, okay? They're going to have a symbolism to them. When we look at the hands, it can be the creativity, the power, the energy, and what we do with things, what we give and take with, and where we protect ourselves and guard ourselves. But I see this kind of swirling in this light of change and transformation. It's almost like the individual scrying and tuning into their destiny, tapping into their destiny, having faith in the process, maybe something that they've witnessed. I'm seeing this person, or you know, the face that is made when you're spying on somebody, for instance, or you've clocked on to something that has been said, and it might not be quite direct, but you've read between the lines and you know exactly what it means. And I'm literally looking at this individual. It's like, wow, this person's like, oh, really? Okay, interesting. Now, the yellow exuding to the top towards their face, I'm getting the sun energy. Now, Jupiter in Leo is going to move the energy with courage and conviction. And I did say this last month. Some of us with those transitions, we can realize that sometimes there's a necessity to think of others, and other times there is a logic that, you know, the plane's going down, you've got to put your oxygen mask on, so you have to consider yourself first. And I think it's one of those things right now. It's like, what do I want to do? How do I feel? How can I bring my abundance full circle as well as my love life? Now, for the right person, this person's so pissed. They're like, you know what? I think they've gone beyond the veil of that. I literally can see in this next card that's in the reversal. It's connecting to cosmic heart. It's an 8 energy, and inside it, directly what I said before. Sometimes we have to consider others. Sometimes we have to consider ourselves due to a circumstance, i.e. the plane's going down. How can I help you if I can't help myself? Now, it's funny that I literally can see an inscribed area. It probably looks like a J to you, but in the upright, it's an I, and it's almost like they feel somebody hasn't considered them. And that now is, okay, well, and again, I'm hearing the term, and I'll probably call this video reciprocity. They're having a revelation of reciprocity. It's the give and take in connections. It's what works and what doesn't. And this is a time when this individual is looking at it and saying, look, I'm really not content with that. I'm not accepting that. And that is quite normal. Why? Is because we move through the energy of Aries and Chiron. It's, you know, it's now moved over into Taurus. And so interesting, we have this heart chakra. We've got things to do with love. We got, when it's an insecurity, we're triggered, right? And we could be manipulative. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that here. I'm getting that they have probably sat on these circumstances for a while. Some of it would have come up, oh gosh, even probably last year. But here where they stand, they're like, actions and words aren't matching. I need to look at my contracts and partnerships. I want to pull a clarify here. I'm with the wrong person, place, or thing, but it feels like it's Venus related. So they're done on not wanting to make something of themselves. They're definitely wanting to make something for themselves. Like whomever is in their way, they're moving beyond this. And again, we see this is all about their future. There is something very distinct and important to them. Not only is it their intuition, but it's where they see themselves going. Which in the moment, if it was fleeting, I can understand that may not necessarily be a positive thing, but I'm really not getting it that way. I'm getting it more so in the context of, I know the direction I'm going. I know the gist of what I want in the bigger context of my life. So I directly know what I do need to move away from. What definitely is not working here, and who is not my divine counterpart. That is something they are very sure of. Now, we do cover these weekly. We do host the masculine, feminine, and karmic third party. And again, I really am feeling in the context of this that, the past position here, we literally, there's definitely something to do with love. Hey, look at this. It's almost like these energies floating. It's once upon a time, it might have been a star, but now it's like, yeah, it's not. The other thing I'm getting is they do feel as though there is a star that they're wanting to reconnect to, wanting to resurrect back up and to put more life into. But a karmic energy is not the one. So, as I mentioned, we do cover these weekly. They are all out now. So, if you haven't clicked the bell or if you haven't watched them, go through and take a look. Now, if you need a booking, you can go to the link directly below. There is a limited schedule, so you do need to be quick. Separately, we do have a lot of blogs and other things going on, hopefully webinars, and you can also visit our Sage Inner Circle membership. So if you want to take a look at that, you can do. Otherwise, we will see you next week.